aside from you growing as an artist, which everyone has seen, how have you grown because of this project? And the reason why I ask this question is because you've always been a risk taker. You've always done things to stand out. So how have you changed?
I think that the biggest, most important change to me is building good habits with delivering consistent content. So I've known, I think, for well beyond this project, which is why this kind of project shaped up the way it did, is that like video content is super important and engaging and what I should be focused on. And so like the videos that I'd shown you of like the Hustle Diaries was kind of my version of trying to do my own daily documentary series, but I was filming it myself and I was trying to make these long drawn out episodes, and it was just like, it was so tough to the point where I was only putting out one episode every week or every 2 weeks. And that just like, I could never get momentum.
Yeah.
You know, like that. And so I think that something that I gained from this project is, like right now we're filming. Tomorrow, I'm going to film something. You'll still be here, so I'm sure we'll do something. And even if we don't edit it right away, like I just feel like I've built a very good habit of like documenting, and also gotten way more happy with saying, this is good enough to put out into the world. I'm going to put this out.
I'm still working on that. But yeah.
Like not being a perfectionist. I think that you've come a long way. And that we'll get to the point now where we'll look at a take and be like, is that good enough? Yes. Because the reality is not everything has to be perfect, and I would rather be like, have consistent, and like as long as like the content is good, what we're talking about is good, it doesn't really matter if my fly was undone, or I messed up a few words, or it was slightly out of focus, or you know, those things don't matter to me as much as they used to. It's just about like consistent content and keep pumping that out, which is something that I will carry on past this project that I'm excited about. I don't know if I'll do daily or not. I'm still not sure.
I remember when your your dad's sister came over.
Oh, Suzanne. Yeah.
Yeah. And she made a comment that just sort of got me thinking. She was saying that in art school, everyone's jockeying to find their own unique style, or not even find it, but like create their own style that'll make them stand out amongst their peers and everyone in the past. And then she said, at the end of the day, the best thing to do is just kind of accept what you do naturally. And I sort of have come to realize that my style is just what comes to me naturally as I edit. Like if I feel something, I just go with it, and then, you know, that's my style. Because for the longest time, man, I would just think about like, oh, dude, what could I take from Casey Neistat? What could I take from this director? What could I take from all these people? And like, and sort of create it as if it was some sort of potion. And now I'm just sort of really happy with the way I naturally shoot and the way I naturally edit.
If we're starting, like knowing everything that we know now, but let's just say we're starting the project over, and we had one assistant, full-time, live-in.
Yeah?
What would you delegate to them, and what would you do yourself?
Oh my god, okay. I would have them hold my microphone above you at all times.
Okay.
I would have him be in control of audio.
Okay.
And I would have them like make sure all the batteries are, you know, charged.
Battery masters for sure.
Yeah. And then if they had another camera, that would be cool too. But it's just, man, trying to, especially because I really enjoy recording audio externally, just trying to keep control of those two things is just like, man, without getting in the shot or without messing things up. When we were in Oceanside filming, you were doing the what's it called? Coast Fest? Yeah, Coast Fest. I had brought the glide cam and strapped it to my backpack while holding a tripod in one hand and the camera on the other. And I was thinking to myself, and it was very hot, I think it was pretty warm. I was like, this is the worst. Like, I want to just hire someone right now. Like I don't want to carry any of this. And then there was a time where I wanted to change the lens, and I was on the beach, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like I just put my backpack on the sand, and all the sand was getting in it, and then the glide cam was like falling off, and it was just like, this is so terrible. Please, an assistant, just come from like the sky right now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, LA was cool and totally worth it. I mean, really great talk with Brian. Collaborating with Ali was awesome. Coast Fest was cool.
So that period was interesting to me, because there were two things that came out of that period in the middle of the project. One is when we did, like, right before we went to LA, we sort of looked at all the footage and we were like, okay, yeah, this, like, we're definitely getting derailed. We're sort of losing sight of making like a daily progress towards MOMA. Mm-hmm. But the second thing was the footage of Brian in the coffee shop, because that was one of the first days where, instead of when you were having like an interview with someone, instead of trying to like capture his perspective, your perspective, and just moving around and just stressing myself out, I just placed the camera there, placed the microphone so it got clean audio. Mm-hmm. And I just remember looking at that footage where he was just kind of giving me the advice, and it was super documentary style and just simple, and it told you what it needed to tell you. Mm-hmm. And then sort of after that, we came back and I was just like, dude, this is what we need to do. And like, if you look at like the next 10 videos once we got back, it was super, put the camera in a good spot, even if we're eating, mm-hmm. put the microphone there, I don't care if you see it, we're going to get clean audio, we're going to get a true discussion, mm-hmm. instead of this whole like, ooh, what did he say, Mm-hmm. And so that was a profound moment for me.
So tonight we're going to go see Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe, about a blind guy. It got really good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
86% on Rotten.
Well, I don't know.
We've been hit or miss on the videos.
Yeah, let's say that. Yeah. Suicide Squad. Someone just posted.
Dude, I've seen more movies this summer with you than I've seen in the last 2 years combined. And that's only like 4 movies, like 4 or 5 movies. But yeah, I think it's cool. Like, going with you to the movies is fun because I look at them differently because of the stuff that we've done.
Oh yes.
And then talking about them afterwards, like with you, like versus just some random person. And I'm like, oh, what'd you think about the story?
What was your favorite part? Yeah.
So it's totally
100%.
different, which is cool. And it makes me appreciate films, or I'll see things like certain shot that I'm like, oh shit, we could do something kind of like that.
Do you think we should edit this?
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit.
Tiny bit. Okay.
Just to shorten it up, because I feel like we've been out here for like an hour.
Yeah, it's more. Alrighty, guys. Watch out.
Stay
awesome.
Awesome.
Are you doing like Gary Vee?
With
India? Welcome to the
show.
I don't know why he does it. It's so weird.